Good afternoon, everyone. We have one leftover matter to do, a bench warrant arraignment on a 6-year-old warrant for retail fraud. I set it for 2:30. I probably could have fit it in earlier, but hindsight is great. I'd asked for some help from the prosecutor, Ms. Canfield, but I don't think she got my message. So we have one more piece of work to do before we finish our week. The defendant is in the waiting room at the jail. We're waiting for the public defender to join and help us. I hope Ms. Canfield would give me some guidance here. Maybe we could finish the case right now, but I don't think that's going to happen. I suspect she hasn't seen my message. Shayna, did the public defender say who was going to be here? Good afternoon. Are you Rebecca Kaiser?
Yes.
This is Judge Middleton. I'll be with you in just a moment. I'm waiting for the public defender to come in. So don't go away. I'll put you in the waiting room. We'll address this in just a moment. We got the defendant. Don't have a plea offer from the prosecutor. We don't have a public defender.
I sent an email this morning that you were going to see the defendant at 2:30 p.m. So I will call Keith to see why he's not here.
Well, it's only exactly 2:30. I didn't know if the message didn't get through or anybody's there. All right, let me know.
I hope that they're checking their email. So let me just.
Well, I sent an email to Angelique too, and I don't think she's seen it either. I think she's busy otherwise. All right. All right, trying to line up a public defender, this relatively straightforward matter. Good afternoon. Are you Rebecca Lynn Kaiser?
Yes, I am.
This is Judge Middleton. I think I used to know you under a different name.
Yeah, Bowman. Yes, sir.
Some time ago. This is file 192018SM. It's alleged that in August of 2019 that you committed a retail fraud at the Walmart store in Three Rivers. It's alleged that you took $49 worth of stuff, clothing and health and beauty products. They allege that in 2009 you had a previous offense, so they charge it as retail fraud second degree, which is a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. This warrant has been outstanding for 6 years. You were arrested on this charge. You were arraigned. The magistrate, Mark Trowbridge, gave you a PR bond back in 2020. And the warrant issued in 2019. You didn't get arrested until a year later, 2020. You pled not guilty. We set a pretrial conference and you didn't show up for that. So I did an order to show cause and you didn't show up for that. So I issued a bench warrant for you back in 2020 and I renewed it a couple of times since. So my question I always ask is, how did you come to get arrested last night?
I was leaving work at American Axle where I've recently gotten a job, and the officer said I ran a stop sign on my bicycle and pulled me over. I wasn't even aware I had warrants. I figured I did for this case, but I wasn't sure even at this point. I got paid. I have money on me. Could I end this and pay? I mean, or something? Because I want to keep my job.
Let's see where we are. What shift are you on at American Axle?
First, I was getting out. Actually, I was supposed to work over yesterday. I work for PTI Containment, which is a agency that goes in for quality and sorts parts at American Axle and Precision Wire here in Three Rivers. And I was leaving.
Where do you live?
In Three Rivers.
Do you still live on South Grant Avenue?
No, I live on Spring Street, Your Honor.
Did you move away?
No, I've been there the whole time. I've been right there. I've been in town the whole time. I haven't been hiding or anything.
All right. I did email the prosecutor with a copy to the public defender to see whether the prosecutor would reduce this to a retail fraud in the third degree. That was about 1 o'clock this afternoon to see if we could take care of it right now. But I never heard back. I suspect that she hasn't seen the email and she's busy with court or
Okay,
something.
but Your Honor, I just got this new job and I've already missed today, and I'm hoping.
Yeah, I don't want to make you lose your job. So let's talk about this. You're
Okay.
charged with retail fraud in the second degree. That's a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to a year in jail, and a fine of up to $1,000. You got 1 day of jail at the front end, and you just did another day of jail right now. If I knew what I knew now, I would have done this morning. I had about a 45-minute gap this morning, but I didn't know how much time I was going to have, so I set it for this afternoon. I will tell you this. I asked the prosecutor if they would reduce the charge, and I haven't heard back from them. So if you plead to this charge, I'm really not going to sentence you any differently. You spent 1 day in jail 2 years ago, 6 years ago, 5 years ago, I guess it was, and another day last night. So you got 2 days in jail. The allegation is that you stole $49.54 worth of merchandise, clothing, and health and beauty items. If you plead to this charge, I'm going to do a sentence of 2 days in jail, credit 2 days, let you out of jail, and give you a fine, give you time to pay the fine. Apparently, Three Rivers Police wasn't interested enough in the last 5 years to attempt to serve this warrant.
No,
I do
I've
not
been
have
great.
the authority. I do not have the authority to amend the charge. That's in the discretion of the prosecutor. However, if you plead to that charge, I just told you what I'm going to do for a sentence. If you wish to plead not guilty, I can set the matter for a pretrial conference on an upcoming date with the prosecutor. That means you'd have to miss work during the daytime.
Okay, well, I'm trying to keep this job, Your Honor, and I would really like to do that. So,
Your
I would like
Honor,
to.
it would probably be better if I could go in a breakout room with her, Your Honor. And
Yes,
maybe
all right.
give her
Let me
some
let you
respect.
talk privately with this gentleman. He's the public defender. And
Yes.
as I said, I reached out to the prosecutor, but I haven't heard back. It should go automatically. I'm going to put you in what's called a breakout room where you can talk privately with the public defender about what your choices are.
Okay.
See if Angelique read my email. Apparently not. The point of it, if she had shown up for the pretrial 5 years ago, they probably have reduced it then. This matter would be over and done with. But apparently she has not come to the attention of the police in 5 years. So that's much better than when I had to wait a minute. All right, we're back in the matter of people of Rebecca Lynn Kaiser. She's an opportunity to speak to the public defender. Ms. Kaiser, how'd you like to proceed?
Hey, Judge, after discussing the situation, she appreciates your Cobb's agreement offer. She'll take advantage of it.
Okay. Are you going to plead guilty to that charge?
Yes.
Other than what I told you, did anyone promise you anything to get you to plead to this charge?
No, sir.
Did you feel like I threatened you to try to get you to plead to the charge?
No.
Do you understand that if you do plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will not be a trial if you enter this plea. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you had a plea, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. Mr. Stickley is here today just to help supervise things, but we could appoint an attorney that would actually represent you in this individual case. If you had a trial, you'd have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you, and you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Were you in the Walmart store on June 22nd of 2019?
Yes, sir.
And did you take some clothing and health and beauty items without paying for them?
Yes. Yes, I did.
All right. So I indicated you had 1 day at the front end and 1 day at this end. So I'm going to order 2 days jail credit, 2 days, which is more than adequate for $49 worth of stuff. You've also got a couple of unpaid traffic tickets that you got and blew off, and I'm surprised those didn't, when you got the ticket, they didn't find this warrant. But I'm going to make a $75 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, and a $50 state minimum fee. That's $200. I'm going to make that due by March 31, 2026. What's the house number on Spring Street?
509.
All right. Now, you've also got a couple unpaid tickets that at some point you're going to need to come in here and deal with.
Okay. Those are just need to be
But so
paid.
far, ignoring this hasn't been a good plan, which is what usually happens. Eventually, it comes home to roost. What'd they do with your bike?
They took it back to American Axle, so hopefully I can get it when I go to work next.
All right, very good. Will somebody come pick you up at the jail?
As long as I can make a phone call. I don't know if the phones are up right now.
All right, well, if you can, if you can't, you come up here and I'll give you a bus pass. See the bailiffs out front. It's not too cold,
okay.
it's 55, but I don't want you to walk to Three Rivers, so hopefully someone will come and get you. But you can get from the courthouse, or you get the jail to the courthouse. Do you have a jacket?
Yes, I have a coat with me, sir.
All right. 2 days, credit 2 days. I didn't order any restitution on this, just this. You're also barred from Walmart for 1 year.
Okay.
Why didn't you show up?
I completely lost track of time. I didn't know when court was and stuff. I didn't keep up on it like I should, Your Honor. I apologize for that.
Well, you got a night in jail for the privilege. If you had shown up, the prosecutor probably would have reduced the charge or would have given you a fine. The whole thing had been over and done with.
I
But
understand.
now it is. I want you to pay that fine, or I'm going to have the 3RPD come knock on your door and bring you to court. So you've also got some other old fines. I want you to come and you pay that and check on those. If you're working,
Okay,
I'll be able to take care of it. The good news is, however, you're about to get out of jail, and hopefully you can get a ride. If you can't, you come to the courthouse and I'll give you a bus pass.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Stickley.
Yes, thank you.
All right. We'll remove Keith.